Do you feel like intermittent fasting has stopped working? In this video, I discussed a 50-year-old woman who has plateaued and is struggling to lose those last 10 pounds of fat. I explain why intermittent fasting has stopped working. I then create a macronutrient breakdown that guarantees fat loss. My name is Danny Arujo. I've helped so many people change their lives by coaching them on how to eat well, get stronger, and be leaner. My goal is to help you burn fat in the best possible way. Here's a tutorial explaining what she needs to do to get rid of those last 10 pounds of fat. Hi, thank you for your patience. Let's go over your case so you can correct your path and lose those 10 pounds of fat and build muscle. First of all, let's go over your facts. You weigh 140 pounds. You carry 19.7% of body fat, which means you have 106 pounds of lean muscle mass. Thank you so much for getting your body fat tested, because that is really going to help me help you. You weight train 3 times a week, 30 minutes for each session, and you have one 45-minute cardio kickboxing class a week. You say that you eat the same foods every day, which are berries, protein shakes, collagen shakes, ground turkey, chicken, salmon, veggies, brown rice, and nuts. You also say that you get your food delivered to you from a food delivery service. You're on an intermittent fasting diet. You don't eat after 7 p.m. and you say that you eat clean 80 through 85% of the time. First, let's go over your diet. Intermittent fasting will work for anyone because you are forced to eat less food. You have a smaller window of time to eat. Therefore, the less calories you eat, the more weight you will lose. But the thing is, after a while, it stops working, especially if you're not meeting your daily metabolic needs. This is what you're experiencing right now. This is the problem that you're having. Your daily metabolic needs are the number of grams of fat, carbs, and protein you need to eat every day. If you don't meet this criteria, your hormones will become imbalanced, and that's what you're experiencing. These numbers are based upon your activity level in order to burn fat and build muscle. I don't care if you eat 3 meals a day, 4 meals a day, or 5 meals a day, but you need to make sure that you're meeting your daily macronutrient needs. If you don't, your body's natural process of burning fat and building muscle will stop. Hence, you are where you are on your journey. Food and water are everything. I don't know how much you are eating, but I can assure you that you are not eating enough food. If you and I were working together, these are the macronutrients I would assign to you. I would have you eating 1,484 calories a day, which would be broken down into 50 grams of fat a day. That's roughly 30% of your overall daily caloric need. I would have you eating 106 grams of protein a day, which is the number of lean muscle mass you're carrying that was given to me from your body fat scan. That's roughly also 30% of your overall calories a day. And finally, I would have you eating 150 grams of carbs a day, and that's around 40% of your overall calories. I would prefer that you eat 5 times a day. That would be broken down into 10 grams of fat 5 times a day, 21.2 grams of protein per meal 5 times a day, and 30.4 grams of carbs per meal 5 times a day. I would prefer that you eat your first meal as soon as you wake up, and then have every subsequent meal after that every 2 to 3 hours. Some people don't like eating food first thing in the morning, and that's okay if that's the case. I have a lot of people that don't like to eat food early in the morning. But that means that your last meal may be at 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, or 11 o'clock at night. It doesn't matter when you eat last. You just have to make sure that you're giving yourself the meals that you need to eat. Your body needs what it needs. I prefer that you eat during the day because you're moving around and your body's burning more calories. Hence, you need the nutrients to help your body work properly. But if you can't, then eat when you want to eat, but make sure you're eating your 5 meals a day. The number of macros that I assign to you per meal don't need to be spot on per meal, but you have to make sure that you're attaining your overall daily macronutrient needs that I assign to you for the day. Okay? You also need to eat clean 90% of the time. That means that you're allowed to have 2 to 3 treat meals a week where you can veer off your diet and enjoy whatever meals you want. You just have to make sure that you're eating enough protein and you don't go crazy. Be responsible. If you're having 5 meals a day and there's 7 days in a week, that means you're eating 35 meals a week. That's why you're allowed to have 2 to 3 treat meals a week. And then you have to make sure that all your other meals, you're eating clean 100% of the time. You have to use these treat meals to your advantage and plan them out for parties, gatherings, or events, or when you're going out to eat. Just plan them out. Be responsible. Also, you have to be careful with these food delivery services. Many of them aren't up to par with what you're asking them. I've had many clients use food delivery services and they weren't getting the proper macronutrient breakdown per meal that they were requesting. And I had them cancel that service and had them start preparing their own meals, and then they started losing weight. So I'm not saying your food delivery service is doing this. I'm just saying that not all of them have the integrity that you expect them to have based upon what you're asking them to deliver you. Now let's move on to your workouts. All right. I like that you're working out 4 times a week. I appreciate the kickboxing class, but I want you to work out 1 hour for every session that you're working out, not a half hour. These 30-minute sessions aren't cutting it. They're not acceptable, and they're not going to take you anywhere. There's 168 hours in a week. You have to find 4 hours to invest in your health, your wellness, and your body's aesthetics. If your goal is to lose 10 pounds of fat and gain muscle, I'm not asking you to do a lot. The effort is far less than the results you'll be getting, if that makes sense. I need you to incorporate a 3-day full body strength training split program where you lift heavy weights. And no, don't worry, you're not going to get bulky because you don't eat enough food in order to get bulky. I'm also going to attach a PDF to this program that is going to help you understand how to eat the foods that you want to eat, where you can still lose weight, meet your daily metabolic needs, and enjoy the foods that you like to eat. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, thank you for your time and your patience. I'll talk to you soon.